Have you ever felt the weight of words you never said? The I love you that stayed trapped in your throat? The I'm sorry that never found its way out? Or the thank you that remained unspoken? Today's story is about what happens when we become prisoners of our own silence, and why authentic communication is the key to true freedom. In a quiet town nestled between rolling hills lived a man named Samuel. He was known by everyone as kind and thoughtful, but there was something peculiar about him that no one could quite understand. Samuel carried with him an old leather satchel wherever he went, and he was always writing something down in small notebooks. Samuel wasn't writing grocery lists or daily tasks. He was collecting something far more precious and dangerous, all the words he couldn't bring himself to say out loud. Every unexpressed feeling, every withheld compliment, every suppressed apology, he carefully wrote down and stored in his collection. It started in childhood, when Samuel wanted to tell his father how proud he made him, but fear held his tongue. So he wrote those words on a piece of paper and kept them. When he wanted to tell his best friend how much their friendship meant to him but worried it would sound silly, he wrote that down too. Years passed, and Samuel's collection grew enormous. He had words of love he never shared with partners, appreciation he never expressed to colleagues, and dreams he never voiced to anyone. His notebooks multiplied, one for regrets, one for compliments, one for confessions, and many more. The leather satchel became heavier with each passing day. Samuel's shoulders began to ache from carrying the weight of all these unspoken words, but he convinced himself that someday, when the moment was perfect, he would find the courage to say them all. Meanwhile, life moved on around Samuel. His father passed away without ever hearing those words of pride. His best friend moved to another city, never knowing how much he was valued. Relationships ended because Samuel couldn't express his true feelings, and opportunities slipped away because he couldn't speak up for himself. One evening, sitting alone in the park with his heavy satchel, Samuel met an elderly woman feeding pigeons. She noticed his burden and asked, "Young man, what are you carrying that makes your shoulders slump so heavily?" Samuel explained his collection of unspoken words. The woman listened thoughtfully and then asked, "Tell me, do these words serve any purpose locked away in your bag? Can they heal wounds from inside those notebooks? Can they bring joy while hidden in the darkness?" Samuel had never considered this before. "Words," the woman continued, "are like seeds. They only grow when planted in the light, when shared with others. Kept in darkness, they wither and become a burden rather than a gift." Samuel felt a sharp pain in his chest as he realized the truth. His collection had become a prison. That night, Samuel sat in his room surrounded by years of unspoken words. He realized that every word he had written down was a missed opportunity to connect, to heal, to love, and to be truly alive. He made a decision that would change everything. The next morning, Samuel began his mission. He called old friends and spoke the appreciation he had written years ago. He visited his mother and shared all the gratitude he had collected. He approached colleagues with genuine compliments and had honest conversations with family members. With each word spoken, Samuel felt lighter. His shoulders straightened, his smile returned, and his relationships deepened. Some conversations were difficult, some came too late, but each act of authentic communication was a step toward freedom. People responded with warmth and surprise at his openness. Samuel learned that vulnerability isn't weakness. It's the birthplace of connection and courage. The fear of rejection that had silenced him for years was nothing compared to the regret of words left unspoken. He discovered that most people were hungry for authentic communication and responded with gratitude when he shared his truth. Samuel's story teaches us that words have power only when they're expressed. The weight of unspoken words grows heavier with time, but authentic communication brings immediate freedom. Ask yourself, what words are you carrying in our own invisible satchel? Don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now. Take that brave step. Make that call, have that conversation. If this story touched your heart and inspired you to speak your unspoken words, please show your support by hitting the like button below. It helps us reach more people who need to hear this message. Don't forget to subscribe to Stories and English for more life-changing stories that will inspire your journey toward authentic living. Ring that notification bell so you never miss a story that could transform your perspective. Share this video with someone who needs to hear these words today. Until next time, be brave, be authentic, and remember, your words have the power to heal, connect, and transform lives. Keep moving forward with an open heart and a courageous voice.